Well, well. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTP Sports. Hello, Shoko. But, Eagles. Eagles. Let's talk about it. We have to talk about it. Sadly, what we just witnessed today on a Black Friday. The collapse is here. The collapse is here. The collapse, you can't even say it's imminent anymore because the collapse is happening. Because this team is lost. This team is lost in all facets of the game. Actually, I wouldn't say all facets. They're just lost offensively. Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo have completely lost the script. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what offense is. This team just cannot have anything sustainable down the field whatsoever. Like, yeah, you'll see that random drive where it's like, where the fuck has this been all game? And then majority of that is just complete slop, 3-and-outs, ugliness, players dropping the ball, the offensive line just completely getting torched the entire goddamn game. You were getting destroyed in the trenches all day long. All day long. All day long. Destroyed in the trenches. The Chicago Bears offensive line completely schooled you. And while your offensive line can't block for shit, they cannot create separation. They cannot create lanes. They cannot keep guys from pressuring the quarterback. That's how bad the offensive line has played this season. And that is also a part of the reason why the offense is so bad. It's not the entirety of why the offense is so bad, but it is a major contribution to why the offense is so bad. Majority of that is play calling because you have a clueless idiot that was given the job in Kevin Patullo for some goddamn reason. I still don't understand why Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman allowed Nick Sirianni to just anoint his, basically his right-hand man as an offensive coordinator when this guy has no experience play calling in the NFL whatsoever. I don't understand why those two allowed that to happen after the whole travesty that was the Brian Johnson situation and that whole year where Nick Sirianni anointed both of his coordinators, and then the following season Howie and Jeffrey have to pick their coordinators because they say, Nick, we ain't doing that again. And then you win a Super Bowl because of that. But then for some reason, you think, oh, can't be worse than what happened in 2023. Well, yeah, Vic Fangio's doing everything in his job to keep this team within games. The defense is doing everything possible to keep the team within the game. But what I've been saying the past few weeks when people are saying like, oh, the Eagles can rely on their defense to win games. No, they can't. No, they cannot. Because the way they can't offense is completely unsustainable. To where, yeah, your defense is going to be able to make stops, but can your offense cash in when your defense is coming up large? And this offense cannot do that consistently. How many times did the defense come up large in the past couple of games for the offense to just completely wither and die the very next drive? Way too many times that I can count on my fingers. Way too much. And you could probably say that the defense really has come to light in the past few weeks since the bye week, so it really hasn't been a whole year with the defense. But realistically, everybody was talking about after the 2 wins against Green Bay and Detroit that maybe the Eagles can still win and find ways to win by limiting turnovers and scoring just as many points as you need to because the defense will just completely shut down the opposition. Why I countered that is because what I see from the offense is just completely not sustainable. Because the offense cannot stay on the field for long periods at a time whatsoever. What was their bread and butter last year? They were able to control the time of possession, where they just completely murder you in the trenches, and the run game just goes out there and completely dominates all game long. What is the complete difference with the offense this year? You're getting torched in the trenches. Your offensive line is a complete shell of itself because everybody is banged up. You don't have Lane Johnson. You have Fred Johnson playing in there. You have Tyler Steen, a rookie in his first full-time starting gig. You have Cam Jurgens, who's constantly banged up. You have Landon Dickerson, who's still probably not fully healthy from his surgery in the beginning of the season. And you have a Jordan Mailata that probably isn't healthy from last year either. Granted, he's playing through everything, and he does not look good. But I can't rule out that he's possibly still banged up from, like, everything that went on last year winning a Super Bowl. It takes a toll on the body, especially with the way the offensive line played last year. And the offensive line play is just so bad. It's so bad. It's one of the reasons why the running game is so trash right now. You don't see really any designed runs from Jalen. Anytime Saquon tries to get a little bit of momentum, there's a guy from the other side of the defense just plowing right through, or even one or two guys that just plows right through the offensive line to completely stuff Saquon, and he has no leverage whatsoever. Now, I'm not trying to say that it's not, Saquon doesn't deserve a little bit of the blame either, but it's just like people are putting so much blame on Saquon for the run game not being what it could be. Your offensive, did you see the difference in the offensive line play with what the Bears were doing all day? All day long. All day long, the Bears were just completely torching you in the trenches. Look at their rushing numbers between DeAndre Swift and Monagai. 130 yards for Monagai, 22 carries there, and then DeAndre Swift, 18 carries, 125 yards. It's a complete night and day from Saquon Barkley, 13 carries for 56 yards, and Jalen Hurts, 4 carries for 31 yards. 281 yards on the ground in totality. You just can't make it up. And then Caleb Williams did what he had to do. I mean, Caleb Williams wasn't good in my personal opinion. He was not good whatsoever, but their offensive line completely just dominated the entire game. And once again, it's another game where Jalen Hurts looks completely awful. Now, is everything on Jalen Hurts? No. But he is part of the reason why the offense is struggling too, because a lot of throws today, once again, where bad throws all over the place. Also throws a pick after... Well, actually, was it after when the Eagles forced a turnover? No, it was no, because the Jalen Hunt had an interception, and no, it was the fumble by Jalen on the tush push that happened directly after the Jalen Hunt interception. It was just another situation where Eagles were trying to go down the field. Jalen escapes the pocket, tries to force a throw downfield, and it gets picked off. It's just Jalen, just bad game today. Bad game today all overall. I mean, A.J. Brown tried everything. He had 132 yards in today's game, 10 receptions for 12 targets. It's Devontae Smith. He left the game with an injury for a little bit at the end. He came back. He only had 48 yards on 5 receptions. They barely targeted Dallas Goedert all day. It's like this offense just could not do anything whatsoever. This play calling is just absolute trash. This play calling is just absolute garbage. And seriously, after every single drive, down at the link, it is just raining down boos, and rightfully so. And rightfully so. There is no reason that people should accept what this offense is, drive after drive after drive after drive. It's terrible. It's just terrible. There's no reason for the offense to be this pitiful, to be this bad, to be this non-existent, with all this talent on every facet of the offense, for it to be this completely lifeless. And where does that start? It starts with coaching. Player execution definitely has a factor into it, 100%. But if you just had a coach that knew what he was doing, a coordinator that knew what he was doing, you'd probably have at least a middling offense. At least a middling offense. Not a bottom part of the league type of offense with the way that this team does not produce. It is insane how bad it is. It is insane. It is insane. You can't make it up on how bad everything is. Seriously, I just want to go to play-by-play here. So the Bears, they completely just took over the game in the first quarter. They controlled it for basically the entirety of the first quarter. Your only drive was a 2.5 minute punt, which was only 5 plays. So yeah, good. Yeah, only one drive there in the first quarter. Bears controlled everything. They had a turnover on downs on an 11-play drive, 5.5 minutes there. But then their touchdown drive was 5.5 minutes and 11 plays. They were just rushing all over the field on you today. They were destroying you in the trenches. Their offensive line was creating separation all over the place, and their defensive line was just complete. The Eagles' offensive line just couldn't handle the double teams. They just could not. They could not provide any blocks. They could not provide any openings. Nothing. 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 Your first drive of the second quarter actually is a field goal, so you do get on the board. But then the Bears respond with a 15-play, 6-minute and 20-second drive, which turns into another field goal to make it 10-3. Then you have a punt on a drive, 3 and out basically. Then it's a couple of punts. You're 2 drives in a row right here, 3 and outs, 7 yards and 2-yard drives combined. A minute and 45 and a minute and 11 to close out the half. It just can't happen like that. It cannot happen like that. Then your first drive out of the half, 3 and out. 3 and out. You gained 1 yard. And don't even get me started with the fucking penalties again. Offense, completely undisciplined. A couple of false starts on A.J. Brown. Offensive line with all the penalties in the world, goddamn. Definitely not nowhere close to as many penalties as you had against fucking Dallas, but still, the penalties on the offense is just completely unacceptable, and that just lack of preparation, that goes on coaching. That goes on coaching. All those penalties taken. All those penalties taken. All the penalties on offense, that's lack of preparation, that's lack of coaching, that's lack of discipline. That's all on coaching. Because this team wasn't this undisciplined last season. This is all on coaching. All on coaching. And then, so you punt on a 3 and out to start the half. Your defense had a very good third quarter. Forced 2 punts and had an interception. Defense was playing very well and keeping you involved in the game. But then what happened after the first punt by Chicago? 2 plays, Jalen Hurts throws an interception downfield. Goes right back to Chicago. But then your defense forces a 3 and out. And then you go down the field and get a touchdown. Like, what the fuck what just happened here? You get a 16-yard pass from Jalen to A.J. Brown. Then you get a 4-yard run by Saquon, a 23-yard run by Jalen Hurts, a designed run, which was fucking surprising in the hell. Like, seriously, run up the middle, takes the ball, run down the field. What the hell? Where did that come from? And then you get a 33-yard touchdown pass in shotgun, Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown. It was a good catch by A.J. Brown, but of course, the one productive drive they had, Jake Elliott misses the extra point. Of course, the one productive drive they have to tie the game up, Jake Elliott misses the extra point, and now it's 10-9 instead of 10-10. You just can't make it up. You just can't make it up. When they do something right, something always backfires. Something always backfires. It's insane. But then what happens the very next drive for Chicago? Jalix Hunt with the interception, which puts you in good field range. But then once again, you go downfield. Somehow, I don't know how they didn't call this a first down for Saquon Barkley. I thought it was a first down on the run itself, but apparently it wasn't. It became a 3rd and 1. And then, tush push. It took a while for something to even happen, and you saw all the players for Chicago on the field, like, celebrating, like, pointing in the other direction, like they got the ball. And then eventually, you see the refs look down at the play, and they call it a fumble. And then you see on the replay, yeah, Jalen clearly fumbled it before he was down. For a team that prides itself on not turning the ball over, and for a quarterback that prides himself for not turning the ball over, terrible interception, fumble at the worst possible time after your team forced a turnover. That can't happen. That can't happen. It can't happen. Jalen has not been good since the bye week. Jalen has not been good since the bye week. And he is part of the reason why this offense is struggling too. He doesn't deserve all the blame, like people saying he's a terrible quarterback and all that stuff, but he is part of the reason why this offense is struggling. Mainly, I put a lot of it on coaching. I put a lot of it on coaching, and I put a lot of it on the offensive line. Then you get, Saquon, then you get Jalen and all that stuff. It's mainly coaching. It's when it's the most obvious one, people like to not point out the most obvious thing to be the reason why you're struggling. Sometimes the most obvious answer is the right answer. Kevin Patullo is the reason why this offense is struggling. This dude is not a play caller. This dude is not offense. And this is also probably an amalgamation of a Nick Sirianni offense, to where you got Nick Sirianni, who's not a good offensive mind to begin with, which was brought in here to be a good offensive. And now, this is not me calling for Nick Sirianni's job. I'm not saying that. But it comes to a situation where I still don't understand why Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie allowed Sirianni to pick his coaches. Again, when they knew in 2023 that once he picked his coaches, I understand they got off to a good start in 2023, a very good start, but they collapsed under his watch because the offense wasn't good and the defense was a complete train wreck. Defensive play calling and offensive play calling. This year, offensive play calling is a complete train wreck, and the defense just cannot sustain it with how many times they got to go out there on the field and just gas themselves. The defense goes out there and makes plays, but when they have to go back on the field again and again and again and again and again because your offense cannot stay on the field for any sustainable amount of time, your defense is going to get gassed. They're going to get gassed. They're going to get tired. They're going to get worn out. They're going to allow chunk yard plays. They're going to allow plays downfield. They're going to allow big running gains. They're going to allow points. That's what happens when your defense is forced to go out there on the field again and again and again and again and again. It's been happening too much. Way too much. Your defense played very well after the bye week against Green Bay and against Detroit. But then once it started becoming a pattern where you're forcing the defense back out there so much, they're going to get gassed. This offense can't do anything. The offense is the reason why the defense allows so much. It's insane. And then you go to that fourth quarter. First drive for Chicago, touchdown. Then your drive right after, 3 and out. It's 2 touchdowns for Chicago to start the fourth quarter. The game's over. The game was over. Oh, yeah, good for you. You had a touchdown to make it a 24-15 game. But then here's also a questionable part. Why, in God's name, Nick Sirianni, are you going for 2? Why are you going for 2 in a 24-15 game? A simple extra point, you can get a touchdown and force a 2-point conversion there. Why are you trying to go for 2? It doesn't make sense. And of course you failed the 2-point conversion. Of course you failed it because it was a bad throw by Jalen. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Then your defense forces it down. Jake Elliott, they decide to go down the field again. Jake Elliott has to kick a field goal with like 15 seconds left, I believe. He misses that. The game was over anyway when Chicago scored the second touchdown in the fourth quarter. The game was over. But it's still even questionable. Why are you even going for 2 at that point? It just doesn't make sense. Everything about this team doesn't make sense. Everything is just completely a train wreck with this team. Everything is a train wreck. The collapse is here. I mean, the collapse is here. The collapse was inevitable. People just kept trying to ignore it. No, they're not going to collapse. No, they're not going to collapse. No, they're not going to collapse. This offense was completely unsustainable for a very long time, and now it's catching up to them. Now it's catching up to them. And I really hope Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman hear all those boos down in Lincoln Financial Field, and they realized, oh shit, we did this again. Oh shit, we made another mistake allowing our head coach to pick his coordinators, or to pick his offensive coordinator. It's insane. It is insane how bad it is. Like, you can't even describe how bad it is. Absolutely insane. Can't make it up. Cannot even make it up. I just want to see some other things that just, like, even stand out. Like, defensively, there were guys that had some bad games. Obviously, Reed Blankenship did get picked apart. Of course, Dory Jackson gets picked apart. What else? Who did anybody even really have like Sidney Brown? Obviously, is a fucking weak point on the defensive side. Did the defense play spectacular? No, but they made plays for you to keep involved, keep you involved, and they're just not gonna be able to keep up with the way the offense just cannot stay on the field. Like, you can't even describe how badly that is. It's insane. And I'm just trying to see, like, first down just in general for the Eagles in today's game. Eagles had 14 first downs. 14 first downs to Chicago's 28. Chicago was 10 for 17 on third down. You were 4 for 12 on third down. Out yardaged 425 to 317. It's yards per play. It's just bad. Bad. It's insane. Look at the time of possession, too. Almost 40 minutes of time of possession for Chicago compared to you 20 minutes and 42 seconds. Insane. Insane. They completely had just torched you on the ground. They torched you in the trenches. Their offensive line completely just torched your defensive front. Completely did. And they just completely schooled your offensive line on this is what an offensive line should be doing. And people always say that, oh, Saquon, like he should be finding ways to still, even though there's running backs on worse teams with worse offensive lines that still find a way to produce. Do you realize how bad this offensive line has been this year? Saquon's not a guy that's just gonna bulldoze through it. He's not Tank Bigsby. People that keep calling for Tank Bigsby, Saquon does not run with the style of Tank Bigsby. Saquon always starts his run, stutters a little bit so he can find the hole in the offensive line, and that's where he springs out. Tank Bigsby just bulldozes through. Just bulldozes. That's not Saquon's style of running. And with the way the offensive line can't create separation, guys beat them on a consistent basis, Saquon's going to get stuffed constantly. That's just the fact right there. It just is. It's completely just sad. It just is. This offensive line has been a joke this year. A complete joke. I just want to see if there's anything from, if they said anything post game. I don't know. Not sure. Anything else that stands out? I don't think there really much is on Twitter right now post-game from anything, because this is also in the middle of a Flyers game, and the Flyers, they went up 3-0 on fucking the Islanders. They blew that 3-0 lead, and now apparently the Flyers have to kill a double minor because, yep, Matvei Michkov just took a double minor. Oh, my God. Oh, God. And he's bleeding in the mouth. Oh, yes. Nice. Good job, Michkov. Oh, there goes your minutes. Talkett's going to find that as an excuse. Oh boy. 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 That's a terrible penalty to take in that situation. How many minutes are left in this period? I think it said there was like 6.5 left, right? Yeah, I think it says 6.5 minutes left in the fucking third period, and they're down, and it's a double minor. Jesus Christ. Oh, Flyers probably lost this game. They just. And this is a game where the refs completely took over. Not the Michkov penalty to be specific, but like the refs clearly missed a too many men on the ice penalty, like right on the Islanders' first goal. It was clear too many men, even though it was a terrible turnover by Emil Andre. There was clear too many men on the ice, and the other penalty that was called was a complete phantom penalty while the Flyers were on the power play that led to another Islanders goal. It was just the refs bad. Bad. I'm watching the game right now. I'm just watching this power play unfold right now for the Islanders. They're cycling it currently, and we'll see what happens. The Flyers have possession. Yeah, they just cleared the zone. They just cleared the zone. So whoop-de. Hopefully they can kill this off. I'm not going to give it much confidence right there just because of the way today has gone for Philadelphia. But you never know. We do have 3 voicemails here. 2 of those are from Zach. So be prepared for a long Zach call. We also have one from Sean. We also have a text from Zach. So we'll get to those in a couple of minutes right here. Well, a couple of seconds, actually. I do want to really see what this turns into, this double minor that the Flyers have to kill off. So we're doing both things here today, people. We're doing both things here today. Because it was good for the Flyers. They went up 3-0. Tyson Forster scored again. Couturier scored like 20 seconds after that. Then they got a power play goal to start the second period. Then everything just fell apart after that missed too many men on the ice. Everything fell apart from there. Schaefer completely took over the game for the Islanders. Insane how good he is. Let's see. Schaefer with the puck on the point. 2.5 minutes left in the power play. Schaefer again down low. I'm not sure who that is down low for the Islanders. It could be Barzell. They tried to go over the Anders Lee, and the Flyers got the puck, and they cleared down the ice. Now, less than 2.5 minutes remaining on the power play for Islanders. D'Angelo with the puck. As the Islanders look like they changed their lines. Now they're going into the Flyers zone to try to set up. Yep, completely different unit for the Islanders right now. So we'll see where this takes them. Point, pass, and goes off the post, it looks like. I'm not listening to this with audio, by the way, so I'm just fucking winging it. I was Heineman with the shot. With the one-timer, did that go off the post? I'm assuming it did. Showing a replay of one of the forced turnovers, it looks like. Did that go off the post or did Ayerson get a piece of it? Yeah, I think both. Looks like Ayerson got a piece and then it went off the post. It's a wicked one-timer, though. So 2:04 left on the penalty kill. 2:04 left on the penalty kill. Let's see if the Flyers can kill this off. Couturier loses the draw. Not shocked. Flyers trying to get after the puck. Can they get it? Dvorak gets it, and he does clear. Under 2 minutes left now on the penalty kill. Let's just see where this shit goes. This might turn out to be a long-ass fucking longer stream than I anticipated at the rate this shit goes. I know this is an Eagle stream, but now I'm commenting on the fucking Flyers game. It's insane. This is what happens when both teams play at the same fucking time. Oh boy, shot from the point. Oh boy, rebound. Flyers got the puck. Sanheim, clear. Is he clear? Yes, he does. Minute and a half left on the penalty kill now. It's even crazy, too, because Sorokin didn't start the game for the Islanders. I think it was their backup. And Ayerson started the game, obviously. Even the goals, even though there were some things with the refs, I think Ayerson allowed, like, some of those goals that he allowed, even with, like, the mistakes from the refs, some of them are weak by Ayerson, obviously. Like, the first goal, I thought that was weak. It was point blank, regardless of the missed too many men on the ice. And like, one of them was by a screen or a deflection. The second goal by Schaefer, that should not go in. It's just point blank. Like, you got to make the stop. And Flyers clear once again. 40 seconds left in the double minor. As this will probably be the last rush here for the Islanders to try to set something up. They get it into the zone very quickly. They take a shot, and it looks like Ayerson made the save or it went off the side of the net. Flyers have it once again, and they will clear once again with 20 seconds left in the penalty kill. Yes, channel name. Basically nothing happened all game. For the Eagles. Yes. It was a very annoying game. Very frustrating game, and it's been more of the same with the offense. Barzell brings it into the zone. 7-7's luck in the penalty kill. Shot Schaefer on the point. Set something up at least. Another shot from Schaefer goes blocked. Konechny try to get the puck out. He does. And the penalty is killed off. Now there's 2.5 minutes left in regulation here. And it looks like the rest of this the momentum has clearly went into the Islanders' favor. And granted, the Islanders have been very hot coming into this, so it's not surprising. But it's crazy how you go up. It's crazy the record this team has when they allow the first goal. They have an above 500 record when they score the first goal, but they haven't scored the first goal in a very long fucking time. This team does not know how to play with the lead. They just, especially with a large lead, they do not know how to play with a large lead. They do not. They do not. They blew that like they blew it against Montreal when they scored like the 3-4 goals in the first period. Like, they need to know how to learn how to play with the lead. Oh, Mitchkov out there with Zegras and Tippett. Interesting. Have seen that a couple of times with Tocchet today, putting Mitchkov out there with Zegras. Going to the commercial again. Well, I guess this is time to get some phone calls in here for you guys. So let's get to the phone calls. Let's get to Sean. Let's see what Sean has to say here. Let me get this on for you guys, and let's get to Sean's call.
Well, that was a fun 3 hours of football, wasn't it? You know, I look at both teams that played today, and I say to myself, the Bears, they don't have a lot of superstars on offense. They don't really have a lot of superstars on defense. But what they do have is superior coaching. Ben Johnson is an offensive wizard. He showed it today. He totally kicked the shit out of Vic Fangio. I believe our defense is tired because they've been on the field every freaking week, and I think it finally caught up with them. On the defensive side of the ball, it doesn't take much to outcoach Kevin Patullo, but Dennis Allen's been doing it for a long time. And the Bears do what they've been doing all year to win games. They run the ball down your throat, and they force turnovers. And it didn't help the Eagles' cause any that Jalen Hurts was shit from the opening snap of the game. What the hell is Nick Sirianni doing going for 2 with 3 minutes to go? Makes absolutely no sense. but that was the icing on the cake. I honestly thought the Bears made the game harder than it had to be. All they had to do was simply run the ball, and they'd have put up 50 to 60 points and given the Eagles nothing. Another collapse similar to a couple years ago. I hope we enjoyed our Super Bowl because we're not sniffing it this year. Kudos to Ben Johnson again, an offensive genius. I wish we had one on our team. Enjoy the sucking. Now Dallas is going to pass us and win the division.
Wouldn't be shocked. That Dallas also won yesterday on Thanksgiving against the Chiefs. Yeah, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I mean, yeah, I would agree the Bears definitely did make it harder than it needed to be with some of their drives and some of their passes. But, yeah, they completely just dominated every facet. It's just insane. Well, apparently I was very behind on the Flyers stream because they're in overtime. When the whistle happened for me, it was like 2.5 minutes left, and I just refreshed the page and looked on Twitter. Oh, Flyers going overtime again. I was like, okay, I'm probably very behind. So we're commentating overtime now. Flyers did get a point. So we'll see where this takes us. So Islanders have the puck to start possession, obviously, and this is a possession game, so it looks like Shabanoff and Schaefer are on the ice together. Oh, God, this is going to be terrifying. Yep, Schaefer comes into the zone. Islanders set up, and shot goes wide. Flyers have the puck. I don't know what Couturier is doing right there. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. They just turned it the fuck over because they don't know what they're doing. Actually, that wasn't Couturier. That was fucking Sanheim? Or was that Cates? Well, whatever it was, the Flyers could have had possession, and they turned the puck over instantly because they couldn't win a board battle. Schaefer with the puck. Tyson Forster getting off the ice. Looks like the Islanders are also getting a line change as well. Zegras is now out there with Michkov. Schaefer still out there for the Islanders because he still has to get off. Bo Horvat came on and Matt Barzal came on. Oh, God, this might get ugly. Might get ugly. There's a chance that this gets ugly. Is that Brock Nelson? 29. Coming up the ice with some speed. Takes the shot. Saved by Ersson. Tries to play the puck. Oh, my God. What the fuck was that, Sam? Michkov trying an outlet pass. He has somebody up the ice. I think that's Zegras. He's taking his time. Passes it. Oh, my God. What is going on here? Oh, my goodness. This is crazy. This is insane. What is 2-on-1 for the Islanders. Barzal. Fans on the fucking puck, whiff of the fucking century. Holy shit. Still has it. Barzal still has it. He's circling. He's doing his thing. Flyers poke check, force the puck off of him. And Michkov gets it to try to maintain possession, and he will. Flyers are trying to get off the ice at the same time. There's Zegras. Pulls up as the Islanders are forechecking him heavy. Goes all the way into the Flyers zone for them to reset. Drysdale with the puck. Maybe they could finally do something here in the overtime and have something very exciting. Now, who has the puck? Is that Konechny? Yes, it is. Konechny hands it off to Owen Tippett, who tries to bring it up with speed. Goes around the right side behind the net, looking for something to open up. Konechny has the puck in the corner. He speeds into the middle. Konechny pulls up, skates around the blue line, looking for something again as he almost fucking turns it over. What the fuck was that, Konechny? Turns it over to the Islanders on the blue line, trying to get too cute there, and now the Islanders have the puck. 2.5 minutes left in the overtime as Konechny is trying to get off. Here comes Schaefer. Don't know who that is for the Islanders, and then, oh my God, I think that was a save by Ersson. As my stream now buffers. Good. Cool. Cool, definitely want that. Flyers did not force a turnover there. There's Schaefer. Shot. Did that go in? I think Ersson saved it. Yep, Ersson has it. He's trying to play it. He did. Let's see. 2:12 left in overtime. Flyers trying to reset things. Couturier behind the net. Flyers bringing it up. I think that's... Who's that? Andre? Coming up with Dvorak. Andre again. Plays it off his skates. Andre, shot. Goes off the side of the net. Dvorak goes behind to get it. He does. And he lost the puck behind the net. Islanders going up with it now. I think that is... Don't even know who that is, honestly. That's Bo Horvat right there. I know that. Is that how long? No, that's Shabanoff. I thought that was Schaefer. Jesus Christ. Shabanoff with the puck. Trying to bring it up. Zegras is out there now. I think Dvorak is still out there. I'm not entirely sure. Yep. Now here comes Schaefer. He's on the ice. He brings it up. He's been out there for a fucking every other shift, basically, it feels like. That was Horvat. There's Schaefer down low with Shabanoff as well. Flyers forcing a turnover. They do. They got a 2-on-1 possibly with Zegras and Dvorak, I think. Zegras, shoot the puck. He missed this. Oh, my God, he missed the fucking net. I think he missed the net. I don't think the goaltender made a save. I think he just missed. Well, Zegras still has the puck in the offensive zone, waiting for the defenseman to come on. That is Sanheim. Dvorak getting off. Who came out for him? I don't know who it is. I think it's Forrester. 47 seconds left in overtime. Flyers trying to do something as the Islanders are making a change. Here comes Forrester again. Zegras looking for something for Forrester. Goes through his legs. Forrester still has it. Guy on the point with Sanheim. Fumbled it a little bit. Goes into the corner. Flyers still have it. Zegras going after the puck. Forrester still out there. Zegras still out there. Zegras still has the puck. Tries to between his legs a little bit. The Forrester on the point. Looking for something. Zegras. Forrester looking for a one-timer. Doesn't do anything. Zegras over to Sanheim. Guys have been out there for a while. We got to try to find a way to get a shot on net here, boys. Oh, well, my God. Zegras was trying to make a play happen. Just nothing there. Islanders. Oh, my God. It's Forrester. Come on. Shoot. Flyers. Shot. Pop. Oh, my God. The puck goes wide, and it went out of play. Oh, my God. Well, looks like we're going to another shootout. Oh, man. We're going to a fucking shootout here. Crazy, boys. Crazy. Crazy. Yep, going to a shootout. Going to a fucking shootout, as usual. Puck is dropped, the clock is stopped, and we go into a shootout. Well, I guess we could play some other calls here by Zach. And, yeah, let's get the Zach's call. What's Zach got? Forgot to turn the audio for you guys on. There we go.
Well, that's it. It's a full collapse. It's 2023 again. And you got to fire Nick Sirianni. You got to get rid of Kevin Patua. We already know. We already know about him. Sirianni got to go, man. Who the fuck? What? I don't even want to nitpick. He's not a good coach. But who the fuck is going for 2 there? You're only supposed to go for 2 when you absolutely have to. And what is with him and trusting this offense so much, going for it so much? Have you seen this offense? What is there to trust about this offense? I mean, it's just a terrible game all around. What was the time of possession? I swear the Bears had the ball for 40 minutes in this game. I mean, I don't want to dog the defense too much, but the run defense sucked today. And, yeah, it's probably because they're on the field a whole lot, but also they didn't play good defense. They didn't stop the run well. Our O-line is complete shit. I don't know why we're even running the ball anymore, because everything gets blown up. It's like line of scrimmage, we're behind. You're not going forward at all. So you got to get Sirianni the fuck out of here. I'm tired of it. You need a real head coach. Not this fraud and not this fraudulent team. I mean, I can't believe you go to the Super Bowl, you suck the next year. It's just how it goes. So, hey, I guess we're going to the fucking Super Bowl next year, right? Yeah. I'm just pissed off. And anyone out there that thinks this team has a slimmer, any bit of a chance, they don't. Dallas is going to win the division. The Eagles could
I'm going to pause you real quickly because we got a Trevor Zegras shootout attempt here. Let's see if Trevor Zegras can keep his elite numbers going. He's 3 for 3 so far, so he is due for a miss. But we'll see what he does. I'll continue your call after this shootout is done. Zegras taking his glorious time as he usually does. This always makes me laugh. Now he speeds it up. Zegras coming in. Up. He scores. It's too easy for him. Trevor Zegras, another shootout goal. Dude's fucking automatic. It's insane. It's just too easy. It is literally just too easy. Now Matt Barzal coming in against Sam Ersson. We'll see what happens. Barzal taking his time, not as long as Zegras, but he's taking his time. Barzal coming in, and he hits the post. Ersson with some luck. There. Barzal had him beat, and he hit the fucking post. Now who's up for the Flyers? Is it Michkov? Yes, it is. Matvey Michkov looking to put the Flyers up 2-0 in the shootout. See what he does. He is 2 for 4 in shootouts this year. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. He's going on the right side, coming in, and saved by Riddick. Had him beat all the way. Well, they had him beat all the way. Riddick just saw it all the way, I guess. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's a good save. It's a good save. Michkov tried to go to the left and then Deke to the right. So Riddick had him all the way. Is this a second shootout between? I think it is. So who is this? Holmstrom? I think he scored a goal against the Flyers earlier in the shootout. Oh my God, that is fucking insanely nasty. Holy shit, that was nasty. That was a good. Now we are tied in the shootout. I think he had a nasty move against Ayrton in the last fucking shootout too. So, jeez. Yeah, I've just fucking beat him. Just got him to move. That was a nasty move. Now it's Travis Konechny. Now it is Travis Konechny. He is 0 for 1 in shootouts this year. As my stream skips ahead. Konechny coming up. The left side this time. Trying something different. Doop. He scores! Travis Konechny puts the Flyers up 2-1 in the shootout. Now, have a chance to win it. Just got Riddick to move to his left and he shot right. Just shot at a wide open fucking net. Now it's Bo Horvat. Sam Ersson, game is on your stick right here. Bo Horvat, 1 for 3 in shootouts this year. Ersson coming out the challenge. Do. Ersson with the save, and the Flyers win in the shootout. After blowing a 3-0 lead, go to overtime. They go to a shootout. Trevor Zegras automatic, connecting with the game winner, and Ersson continues to be strong in shootout. So the Flyers win. Crazy. They got the job done. Now let's continue this call from Zach.
Very well lose out. Maybe they'll win 1 or 2 games. I mean, they play Washington twice and the Raiders, but who knows? Because it's just like 23. Week to week, you don't know if they're going to come out. You know they're not going to play. I mean, my brain isn't even working anymore. This team pisses me off so much, man. I'll leave it for Brodes. What do I even say? Go Flyers? I mean, what the fuck am I? We're done, man. Peace.
Oh, that's great. Go Flyers, I guess. Let's go to his final call here, because he has another one.
Okay, so what I was trying to say before my brain malfunctioned on me there was, you know, in the midst of this collapse, it's like in 23. You look at the schedule, you look at who we get next week. We got the Chargers. I mean, I don't feel good about that. But you could see any logo, any team out there, Raiders, Jets, Browns, whoever the hell it is, and it's no guarantee, no matter how shit the team is. I mean, you know that this team is just not going to perform up to their standard. That you know that at this point. So I don't care who it is out there. Or I don't care if it's a college team, man. This team, they can't beat anybody right now, and I'm not going to believe in them until I'm proven wrong. So, peace.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you whatsoever. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane how badly it gets with this team. You know what I mean? It is very insane how bad it gets. Like, you can't even describe it. How bad it gets with everything. Insane. Always can count on the Fly Guys in a shootout. That is right, Tyler. That is right, Tyler. Seriously, the Eagles pissed me off so much that I focused on Flyers at the end. That's what it comes to. Oh, Trevor Zegras. Fucking automatic in the shootout. Eagles, they fucking stink. Whatever. The collapse is here. It's crazy. Crazy. You just can't describe it. Well, that'll do it for tonight, everybody. I appreciate you all for tuning in as always. So don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. I got all you guys in the chat here. What am I doing? Get you guys in the chat real quickly. Tyler, I go with my gut because it's almost always right. It wasn't today. What a joke of a team. Jeez. When your gut fails on you, then you know something is wrong. I put on my black Dawkins jersey for this. Dang. Shannon Belt Bears. Steve, Dallas Cowboys. I am really, really, really sad about the Eagles' performance. No, you're not. No, you're not. You got Cowboys in your name. That ain't doing anything there. No, Petula was never called plays before. Never. Hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving too, Tyler. I hope everybody here that is in here enjoyed their Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving yesterday was nice. Had a good amount of food, a good amount of mac and cheese. I definitely overdid it on the mac and cheese, but you know that's what Thanksgiving is for, to overdo it on the food. That's what I did. And now we got all the comments that Zeke was shootout magic. Crazy. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase. That's SeatGeek. Great deal. Don't pass it up. So, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.